Take a look at the ruler on your desk. You see numbers lines. Maybe it's plastic, maybe metal. But have you ever thought about where it came from? Who decided how long an inch is? And why is it even called a ruler? Well, join me for a quick trip through time to find out. Humans started creating rulers before they invented writing. The earliest rulers were probably carved by prehistoric humans. Around 30,000 BC, they made notch sticks to measure things like cloth. The ancient Egyptians used rulers too. They carved straight measuring sticks out of wood and ivory. Back then, the unit of measure was the human body, like the length of a finger or a foot. There was only one problem, though. People weren't exactly the same height, so measurements weren't very precise. Sometimes people would use cubits, the length from the elbow to the tip of the middle finger. But even that varied from person to person. The Romans used graduated measuring rods. These were straight sticks divided into sections with notches, each marking off a different measurement. They used them to help build roads, aqueducts, and cities. But these early rulers weren't very portable. Plus, they were made of wood, which could be destroyed by water, insects, or even the sun. It wasn't until the 17th century that the first metal rulers were produced. During the Middle Ages, most people got their drinking water from wells, but it wasn't clean. So many people also had to carry a small hand pump to bail out dirty water. These pumps were made of wood and leather. The parts were curved to make sure they fit together perfectly. That required some precise measurements. That's when metal rulers really started to take off. Then in the 18th century, scientists realized they needed a common tool to measure objects for experiments. They, too, needed something made of metal. A few countries started making metal rulers, but there was one big problem. They didn't always agree on how long a meter stick should be. It took another 100 years to solve this issue. In the 19th century, the French developed a standard meter and made it official in 1889 at the Paris World's Fair. This led to the creation of more standard measurement tools, like the ruler we might use today. The ruler is one of the oldest tools humans ever created. Even the ancient Egyptians used them. They carved straight measuring sticks out of wood and ivory. Back then, the unit of measure was the human body, like the length of a finger or a foot. But throughout history, rulers have come in all shapes and sizes. In the 1960s, plastic rulers became popular. They were lightweight and cheap. And many of us likely remember the first ruler we ever owned. I know I do. Mine was plastic and about 15 centimeters long. It looked like this. So now you know that simple piece of plastic on your desk has thousands of years of history behind it. But let's go back to those tiny lines. What do they mean? Each line is a unit. Centimeters, millimeters, inches, feet, yards. They help us be exact. From students drawing straight lines to engineers designing machines, we all rely on rulers more than we notice. The tiniest parts of a ruler can help us do amazing things. And do you know why it's called a ruler? Kings used to carry measuring sticks with them as a symbol of power. The ruler meant order, logic, and control. So next time you pick up a ruler, think about how this unassuming tool helps us shape the world around us. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to check out our other videos. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Bye.